for Lok Sabha elections. The votes are being counted, and in some states, in the western parts of the country, we are seeing some very interesting results this time around, especially in Rajasthan and Maharashtra, where the opposition party seems to have done much better than what the pollsters and the political pundits were predicting. So, to discuss all that, we have with us our correspondents and representatives in Jaipur and Mumbai. Mrityunjay Bose is in Mumbai, and Rakhee is joining us now from Jaipur. Thanks very much, both of you, and also Satish Jha in Gujarat. Thanks, all of you. I'll start with you, Satish. Gujarat has been one state where BJP has had 100% success rate. There seems to be some contest emerging, especially in tribal areas, some seats in Saurashtra. So, do you think that Purushottam Rupala's statement has had its impact in the electoral outcome, irrespective of the number of seats that the Congress may win?
Yeah, I don't think it has created much impact, but yes, not in Rajkot constituency, but in other constituencies like Patan and Banaskantha, where these Rajputs are considerably bigger in numbers. So that is why we are seeing a very close contest between Congress and BJP from Patan, and the lead is not that huge, but the Congress is leading with I think 10,000 votes. Similarly, there is a close, very tight contest in Banaskantha seat also, and this we had been guessing.
Banaskantha was an interesting election, isn't it? The Congress candidate crowdfunded her elections. She was very aggressive, and there was one seat which was very closely watched.
Yeah, it is still. I mean, when I went there, I saw the mood also that people were supporting Geniben Thakur, sorry, and by and large, the trend is similar to what we have seen nationally. What makes it little different is that the caste equation on this particular seat. So for the first time, Congress gave ticket to a Thakur community leader, and Thakurs formed the biggest, vote share on that particular seat. Similarly to Patan, which is neighboring, district, and that is why Congress is able to fight back. I'm not sure what is going to be the result by the end of the day, because the margin is still very thin. But the Congress came back in the game because of these two seats. Otherwise, if you look at, how the Congress was a couple of months before the elections were announced, it was suffering from these mass exodus. Its senior leaders were leaving the party, but somehow Congress woke up in the last minute, and it is giving a tough fight. So even if it wins one seat, it will be a major setback for the BJP. Because
true, absolutely right, absolutely right. Yeah.
Because being a bastion, now I see the reports that MP is becoming a new, BJP guardian, like a fort. So that will be, we will need to see it, how it turns out. But
yeah, I'll come back to you, Sanjay. Mrityunjay, if there is one state which the opposition has really fought very hard, is Maharashtra, and a lot was at stake. Now, together in UP and Maharashtra, which constitute 128 seats, which I would say is what, 1/5 of the total Lok Sabha polity, BJP has had its setbacks, and these are the two major states where they have had to suffer losses. Maharashtra in particular was a very interesting state. There are 6 parties. You had also Mr. Ambedkar contesting in seats. You have AIMIM also there. Despite that, the opposition, Uddhav Thackeray and his part and the alliance partners, seems to have got their acts together.
Correct. The one thing is that we will have to take into account is that the Congress never underwent a split in Maharashtra in the last 5 years. So Congress rank and files were intact, though there are exceptions like Baba Siddiqui and of course Ashok Chauhan. On the other hand, the two parties that underwent splits, that is Shiv Sena and NCP, led by Uddhav Thackeray and Sharad Pawar respectively, this is one thing which has not gone down very well among the public. So this was actually a chance for both these leaders to show which is the real Shiv Sena and which is the real NCP, and they have succeeded to an extent.
So
Also,
you think that that issue is settled now? Do you think these two
yes, to
issues are
an
settled
extent,
now?
and it will be further settled in the assembly election, which is in another 4 to 6 months, which is going to happen. Definitely, this
So it will
election
have
is
an impact on the outcome.
correct, correct, correct,
Is
correct.
going to have an impact on that. You say, great.
Correct. It will have it. So these two parties, they have really they have taken their battle to the people, and they have explained what exactly has gone wrong and how they have been victimized, and how these two parties have been split. And to an extent, people have understood that. Plus, coupled with the fact is that some of Mr. Modi's speeches have not gone down very well in the hinterland of Maharashtra. Also, there is
Especially
a
on Mr. Pawar.
Mr. Pawar, a couple of statements were there. Bhatakti Atma statement of against Mr. Pawar, Nakli Thakre, that kind of a statement, it has not gone down well. Also, one will have to understand that while in Uttar Pradesh there is a different kind of a caste combination which took on the BJP, here there is a clear caste divide in Maharashtra because of the Maratha reservation issue.
OBC and Maratha, you say.
Maratha reservation issue in where OBCs and Marathas are pitted against each other, and this has done its impact, particularly to a very large extent in the Marathwada
No,
region.
but tell me, Mrityunjay, but is there not a, if there is a Maratha consolidation for the opposition, is there not a counter polarization of the OBCs towards the BJP alliance?
Yes, but the Congress have managed to nullify it to an extent. So that is why if you look at Bid, where Pankaja Munde is contesting, the margin is still very small.
And her sister won it by a record margin, more than 6 lakh
Record
votes.
margin
She
when Mr.
holds
Munde
the
died.
holds the record
Yeah.
of winning a constituency by a highest number of votes. Yeah.
Correct. Almost 5 lakh votes. It was there. But now,
But
hardly there is a margin.
one query, one query I wanted to have. In the OBC mobilization, is there a sense that BJP retained its MPs and gave tickets to only particular castes which were already representing them in the way the larger OBC consolidation could not happen? So, for
That
instance,
has
in
happened.
Bhil, the Banjara community may have consolidated, but the larger OBC consolidation may not happen.
Has not happened. That has not happened. And also in Marathwada, giving a ticket to Mahadev Jankar, who is from the
Yeah.
Rashtriya Samaj Paksh, from the NCP quota, this has not gone down very well.
Okay. Okay,
Because
Prithvi, thank
he
you.
was
Now,
clearly treated as an outsider.
yeah. Now, going back to Rakhee, this has also been a very interesting state, Rajasthan. When we were discussing earlier, when you were in the field and you said that probably this is not going to be a clean sweep for the BJP this time around. So, what really worked for the Congress? I mean, was it the sort of alliance that they were able to stitch, or the sort of the way they chose the leadership after the Vidhan Sabha elections, removing Vasundhara Raje? So, what exactly happened? There seems to be a larger Jat mobilization in favor of the Congress, especially in the Shekhawati region. But beyond that, if you look at it, in the last Lok Sabha election, the BJP had an unassailable leads in various constituencies.
So what I think is what did not work for the BJP is that Modi's polarization did not work. Modi's M's Muslim Mangal Sutra, he said in Baswara, that speech, his utterances on the manifesto, Congress manifesto, Muslims.
No, but why? But tell me why? These things
See,
were
the
working
polarization.
a few months back.
No, it was never working, I think. It was working 4 months back, but he was not so vitriolic then. This time he has been much more vitriolic. He's been much more divisive. And I think the youth did not respond to his... they were already angry because of the unemployment, because of the paper leaks. And also the social media thing, the YouTubers and... they have actually brought out whatever is not being shown on the mainstream media and the Godi media. The YouTubers have the social media has had an impact on the youth. So the youths have not sided. In one of the exit polls, it said around 45% have voted for the BJP. It's down 18% for the youths. and whereas the Congress have gained at least 12% amongst the 18 to 25-year-olds. So that's one reason. Also, I think the Jats have been angry with the BJP because of the Agniveer. That has had an effect on the Churu, Sikar, Junjunu
The entire
area.
Shekhawati event.
The entire Shekhawati, and not only Jats, but the Rajputs and the poor Rajputs also go to the armies. So the defense thing, I mean, they have really been angry with this. Also, the farmers' agitation, the major farmers are Jats,
No,
agricultural.
but tell me, Rakhee, earlier in the last two elections, we have seen that all these issues, they may have existed, but the larger, Modi image, Modi's assurance, Modi's leadership, it subsumed everything else. We've seen in last so many. Why do you think that these issues propped up and translated to votes against the BJP?
So I think the urban voters have still voted for the BJP, but there's rural distress, there's inflation, there's mehengai that has not worked in the rural areas. I think the Congress has gained, and the Congress's vote bank has remained intact with them. And like their Muslim, their SC/ST vote, the Meena, in Dosa, this Murari Lal Meena
Both
of Congress,
counted, yeah.
large margin. And in fact, Modi had a roadshow for him. So, I mean, so this Gujars have also voted for must have voted for the Congress candidate. Otherwise, he couldn't have a margin of over 1 lakh, or 85,000, I think. So clearly, there's rural distress, there's inflation, and all that Modi magic is not working anymore. That is what I feel.
Yeah, we are running short of time. Just one last query, if you can, answer this. Does this open up the leadership issue in the BJP once again in Rajasthan? A quick response.
Yes, I think it would open up because Bhajan Lal, as it is not very. He's not very popular, even though he has campaigned a lot. But there's resentment against him, and obviously, and in fact, there would be leadership issues in Congress as well. I mean, Gehlot, I think its innings.
Dodasara emerging as a strong leader.
I think Sachin Pilot's candidates have won. Are leading in most of the seats. So this time, probably his stock is up. Sachin Pilot's.
Thank you, Rakhee. Thank you, Mrityunjay and Sanjay. We'll catch up with you later during the course of the day as the leads convert to results. Thanks very much, and thanks joining us on Deccan Herald on the election day.
Thank you.